You know the drill. Cut an onion, cry. But what if I told you there's a better way? Fewer tears, backed by science. Turns out the way you cut your onion and the tools you use matters. Scientists from Cornell University have published a paper after sciencing the heck out of slicing an onion. Their previous work, by the way, is in thermodynamics and atmospheric physics, so despite me not being a good cook, this is right up my alley. First, a quick why on the crying, and welcome to my very bad cooking show. When you slice into an onion, you're actually rupturing individual cells, triggering a reaction that creates a volatile gas called propanethyl S oxide.
So splash that coming out of the onion has the speed of about like 10 meters per second, which is much higher than the speed what we create when we cough.
That's the stuff that irritates your eyes and makes you tear up. But until now, no one has really studied the physics of the cut. The science shows it's a two-stage spray. First, there's a high-speed burst of juice from the pressurized outer layers. Then as you keep cutting, streams or ligaments of juice break into finer droplets that hang in the air longer. And the number one factor that makes this worse? A dull knife. A duller blade pushes down on the onion, flexing the layers inwards. And then when those layers spring back, they basically launch onion juice into the air, up to 60 centimeters from the launch site. The team also hypothesized that a faster chop might mean more pressure, more spray, more tears. But guess what? The high-speed particle tracker showed no real change, which is great because I've never been able to master the fast chop. They do suggest more of a shearing motion.
So the chopping speed, surprisingly, it does not really control the speed of droplet. That's one of the biggest findings in our study. Because as I mentioned, everything is about the cell explosion process.
A few other takeaways. The direction that you cut from pole to pole or around the equator also didn't make much of a difference. But drying your onions out slightly ahead of time by taking the top layer off, that might help ease the cell pressure and minimize spray. So sharp knife, shearing motion, and a pre-peel, that's how science says you'll cry less when cutting onions. You're welcome. Do you cry at all still?
Yeah, I still cry. But we love onions, so that's why even though we cry, we just keep cutting the onions, yeah.